It's just fantastic. Captain's Log, Subdates 211222.3. On the 22nd day of Moistmas, my whole crew gave to me an empty bottle of Kraken and a bottle of air freshener. Am I supposed to bang the bottle or something? These cryptic gifts are starting to baffle me. Within this now a very short series of Where Are They Now, we have now reached the last video I intend to make within this, for 2021 anyway. No doubt, in December of 2022, we will revisit this, as more people make more mistakes online and we have to summarily criticize them for it, and then revisit to see what they've done, whether they've learnt from their mistakes since. The person in question though we only thought about because of a tweet from Turkey Tom. Whatever happened to the Twitch dear girl? The vast majority of the tweets replying to this centered around either hunted, made a TikTok having sex with a dog, and others simply replying still around, but still being weird. If you don't know who Dear Girl is, on the 21st of May 2020, in the 37th exhibition of stupid people, we spoke about, as the main event of that video, FerociouslySteph, aka Dear Girl. And I'm now going to play that segment so you can fully appreciate why they featured in the first place. I guess now we should move on to the more pressing subject of the video, because I only have the one left, but it's one that I didn't realize until more came out was a lot more damaging than anything else. On Twitch, there is a user called FerociouslySteph. Now, I didn't know this name until last night. FerociouslySteph was going to feature in tomorrow's This Week at Twitter for this little video here.
Thank you.
Because it's just amusing to me and really cringy. What I didn't know at the time was, Steph here features on Twitch's little trusted council, a council they only recently introduced. Now, she started in 2016, was one of the first transgender streamers to be partnered on Twitch, and the first to bring a transgender pride flag emote to the platform. Achievement unlocked, congratulations. In her unironic fight for inclusivity, she created a competitive team composed entirely of marginalized gamers. Do you think she sees the irony in that? She vehemently opposes non-inclusive mechanics such as voice chat, because apparently only those who are white have access to a microphone. To top that also, by the way, if you're a gamer, you're also a white supremacist.
No, I'm just not cool with white supremacy, y'all. It's really not that. I think a lot of you gamers are actually white supremacists. Sorry. Just a fact.
But not all white supremacists, just those that disagree with me are white supremacists. She's also bragged about using and abusing the power she has.
We're gonna eat you. Yeah, we're gonna ban you from my stream. Then you're never gonna come back unless you spend more time making a second account, but we'll ban that too. You better watch out! Because I'm pretty cool, and you can't get rid of me. Twitch is endorsing me.
But she's not a mod. She's on an advisory council, which means she knows people who have the power, which means she can in fact abuse her own privileged position to cause irreparable harm to a lot of people, and that is not acceptable. FerociouslySteph, you are a bad person. You are a bad person because you have the power and you choose, you kind of have the power, and you would knowingly still use that kind of power to hurt people cause your feels are so damn important. You have tried to downplay this since it all came out, tried to find ways to look for an excuse, but your best one was, if you disagree with me, you're a white supremacist. That's bad form from somebody who opened their mouth and didn't realize the nonsense that came out hadn't been processed by their brain first. Might I recommend installing in your brain a QA department, because drivel like that is absolutely disgusting, and the fact you're on an advisory council that nobody wanted in the first place is absolutely laughable. There was an article I noticed written by The Gamer titled "The Twitch Dear Girl is Trolling You, Stop Falling for It," pointing out that FerociouslySteph is a non-cis furry that actively wants to tear down the established systems in gaming community that historically benefits white men. Also, if you happen to disagree with her, she'll call you a Nazi. So in other words, Steph is toxic gaming's worst nightmare, a sort of SJW boogeyman coming to ruin all the games, which by the way by extension means that Steph is correct to call you a Nazi, and you are wrong and bad cause. The article is essentially a giant white knight, refusing to acknowledge that she is wrong in any instance where she has been proven to be wrong. If you want something to, let's say, make it easier to pass a kidney stone, I'll link the article in the pinned comments down below. I'll even call it the Kidney Stone article, for your pleasure. There was a petition started on change.org titled Remove FerociouslySteph from Twitch's Safety Advisory Council, stating that Steph is an otherkin Twitch livestreamer with severely questionable stances, going on record to make anti-male statements, accuse the gaming and streaming community of being full of white supremacists, streaming portraying a deergasm, eating grass on stream, which does lead many people to question the mental state of FerociouslySteph. Also pointing out that Twitch does not have a good record when it comes to enforcing its own rules equally, having instead enforced their rules in a very much lopsided manner. So they simply ask for Twitch to remove Steph from her position on the council, as her presence tarnishes the already rocky reputation of Twitch staff, which also threatens the community itself. CEO Emmett Shear had to release a statement after Steph's remarks went viral, clarifying the position of the Twitch Council, stating that last week we announced the formation of our Safety Advisory Council, a group of online safety experts and Twitch creators we brought together to advise on issues related to trust and safety at Twitch. We've since seen a lot of discussion and questions as well as some concerns, and I want to provide some clarity to help everyone understand our thinking about the Council's role and what we're doing next. The role of the Council is to advise, offer perspective, and participate in discussions with our internal teams pertaining to the work we do to help keep our community safe and healthy. We made an intentional choice to recruit advisors with strong independent opinions and the courage to challenge our thinking. Our goal is to hear a wide range of points of view informed by truly different people within Twitch and outside Twitch. Because a position on the council is not a test of ideology or an endorsement by Twitch on a specific viewpoint, we expect that members of the council will sometimes have very different viewpoints from each other, from Twitch staff members or from the official Twitch policy. We recognize that hearing from a diverse set of voices is valuable when crafting products and policies to serve our entire community. Blah 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 for 3 more paragraphs, essentially pointing out that the Twitch Safety Council have actual zero power, which is a point I made in the exhibition of stupid people anyway. But if they know anyone in power, of course they're protected. So do they actually have ban immunity? No. Do they think they do? Yes. Why? Because they're stupid. So I guess we now reach a point in the video where I now have to ask, where is she now? To be honest, she's just carried on. Only a couple things stood out. This tweet from October 21st, 2021, serious answers only, who benefits from my silence? The more obvious answers being straight white male gamers, an experience of trauma preventing one from doing their job. Oh, and of course, white men. It's nice to see the intellectual discourse of certain areas of Twitch is still staggeringly stagnant, which is hardly a surprise. And the last thing I noticed was this clip called Fun from 8 days ago.
Thank you, Peggy6. For you, I'm going to shower myself in $100 bills. Wait, $101 bill. I wish.
If you want money.
I know we've reached peak entertainment, although I would argue that was vastly more entertaining than watching Hassan Piker do a hot tub stream full of crackers with Ethan Klein and Amaranth. Mostly because there is a level of hypocrisy with that. I wonder if anyone else noticed it. As this is also relevant to where she is now, FerociouslySteph is still listed as a member of the Twitch Safety Advisory Council. Clearly the petition did nothing, which is not a surprise. It's on change.org of all places. Now there is one last remaining detail when it comes to Ferociously Steph's career. Steph is very active on Twitter. Very active on Twitter. Not so much on Twitch anymore. You may have seen that clip from 8 days ago, but that was on somebody else's channel. Steph has not streamed in quite some time. No doubts the fallout of what happened, couple that with the rather long list of tweets talking about what happened, the consequences of what happened, and Steph has taken to explaining a lot of what has transpired through her own perspective via tweets. Which is understandable. When one gets criticized, there are a number of ways of handling it. You call it simply pigeonhole it as harassment. I'm sure some of it did cross lines, by the way, but enough to make you stop. That's interesting. Or you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and you carry on. I would want anyone that does something they enjoy, or is a trailblazer to an extent, to continue being that, a role model for others. And while I do think Steph has said some rather stupid things in the past, I would not be so stupid as to believe that Steph has no place on Twitch. Steph does. If Steph, like a number of people in replied tweets to, well, you know what you saw earlier basically, can resist the urge to alienate a vast number of Twitch users and people within her own community, other communities that will have taken notice, they're going to criticize. Some will take it too far, of course they will. Whether or not it is harassment, I'm not sure. It's really subjective and nebulous, really, isn't it? And they're going to criticize because bad ideas must always be called out. You claim to stand for something. You can still stand for it, but you're going to, in any walk of life, get blowback for any idea you espouse, because in some place, it will not be acceptable.
Mary Boy Smith, ew.